are putting the finishing touches on a beautiful home near Johnston. This one has been years in the making, working closely with the clients to get everything exactly the way they want it to be. Every home we build is a unique reflection of what the owners want in their lives at any given time. These folks wanted maximum house for having family over and entertaining, but minimum yard to maintain as they get older. So we had to craft the house in the design phase that fits this lot precisely. So this house is as big as it can be on this lot, which required lots of surveying work, including having engineers survey the foundation forms before they were poured. We're down to the inch on this one. From the very beginning of the project, we're thinking about drainage. Where's the water going? We've got surface water, we've got groundwater, we've got rain. All of these things, if not properly dealt with, can cause huge problems for folks. So we've got multiple layers of protection. We've got good gutters on the home, we've got the site graded so the water's getting away from the house quickly, and all around the foundation and under the basement floor, we have lots of drainage tile and lots of rock, and that helps the water get through the ground into that and channeled out, where it goes to this pit that can receive the water, but in really heavy flows it comes out, and then we've got the erosion control around it so it doesn't wash the soil away also. So we're covered no matter what happens. Because this basement is a walkout, we have the benefit of being able to flow all of our water away from our drainage tile via gravity. So we don't technically need a sump pump. But I still include one in the home, and we set the pump just high enough so it only pumps if there should happen to be a problem downline with these pipes and water backs up. So the sump pump in this case is just redundant protection. Well, a big element on every home that is both functional and aesthetic is concrete. And oftentimes, people don't give a whole lot of thought to what they want. On the front porch especially, we like to dress it up just a little bit. This is standard concrete. There's no color, there's no sealer or anything like that. And it's called a slate roller texture. So when the concrete is wet, they run a roller over it. And it just adds this texture that looks like stone. And then we go around and do a smooth edge around the perimeter just to kind of give it a little more finished feel. And this is just as low maintenance as normal concrete, but just a little bit different. So the standard finish for sidewalks and driveways is called a broom finish, and that's because when the concrete is wet, they literally drag a broom across it and just adds this texture to make it so it's non-slip. But then we like to do this smooth border just to give it a little more interest and kind of define the edges of the areas a little better. So with these little features, you can dress up the look of your concrete without changing over to different products or making it complicated. For front porch columns, we found the warmth of wood has no replacement. This is cedar, solid, 10 inches by 10 inches. We sanded it smooth, stained it, and finished it. So it still gets kind of a rustic feel with the splits and the knots, but it's fairly refined also. There's no man-made product that I've found that replaces this look. So different than the front porch columns, when you see a front door that you think is wood, it normally isn't wood these days. This is a fiberglass door. It is stained at the factory. It really looks authentic. And the reason why we prefer fiberglass over real wood on front doors is just from expansion and contraction. Real wood on an 8-foot tall door will tend to get a bow in it over time. It doesn't seal tightly. So this is a way to get that look, but have it function better for longer. This is a very unique and challenging room. This is the gym. Tall ceilings, a lot of dirt moving. We had a lot of things to overcome structurally to make this happen. So this particular wall comes up halfway up of the tall wall of the gym. So it's unsupported at the top. Where a normal foundation wall on a home comes up and the floor connects wall to wall. And that's where a lot of the strength comes from, believe it or not. So because of this, we had to get engineering done, and we've got very thick walls. We've got huge concrete footings that are 2 foot thick and 8 feet wide, and a lot of steel in them to withstand all the pressures for many, many years to come. So remember, this was a heavily wooded lot, and we had to cut trees down to build the home, and nobody likes doing that. So I came up with a way to put the trees to good use. These stairs are all made out of oak that was milled from the trees that were cut from the site. Hauled them to a sawmill and a semi, they cut them into pieces we needed, and then lots of work on site made that rough wood into these beautiful stairs. All these knots are filled with an epoxy and sanded and then stained and finished, so it's one of a kind, and it's got that sentimental value because the trees came from right here. So these railings are another unique feature for this home. We've never done anything just like this before. This is custom made stainless steel, and it's got tempered, half-inch thick tempered glass inside the railings. And it started with just an inspiration photo from the owners. They just saw something somewhere they liked, and we replicated it here. Now you notice we've got wood blocks at the bottom. That's because we're not quite done with this stairway yet, because we're waiting for a few pieces of glass that still have to come from the factory. When we're building a new home or a remodel or anything else in construction, there are lots of people and lots of products that come from faraway places. We got to get them all here at the right time to be able to produce that perfect project. It's important to work with a contractor who can be nimble in the schedule. So you make your plans, you figure out a sequence, but we got to always leave a way around to be able to keep the project going, even if we're waiting for something we need. A major element in every home are the floors, and making that decision is tough. A lot of owners are struggling between hardwood and luxury vinyl products. Like we said on the front porch, there's no true replacement for real wood, but if you like hard surface floors with a general warm feel, luxury vinyl plank is a good choice. It's very, very durable, it goes in quickly, and if you damage a piece, it's easy to change one out. Another big decision to make is, what are your countertops going to be? Oftentimes people are struggling to choose between a natural stone like granite or a man-made stone product like this quartz. Both are really good, both have the same function, can do things like this waterfall edge, different treatments, undermount sinks, all of that are the same. Some folks worry that granite requires more maintenance, but that's really not the case. The reason to go with a man-made product is if you like the uniformity of that versus a little more variability of a natural stone. Everything about this home that makes it unique, whether it's the walnut doors, the interesting light fixtures, the specific layout of the interior spaces, the look of the outside, right down to the cabinet hardware, reflects years of dreams and effort from these owners that they brought to me, and we work together every day to create their perfect forever home.